Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Derek here. We are back reacting to another episode of the Falcon and Winter Soldier. This is episode 4. It is called The Whole World is Watching. What happened last time on the Falcon and Winter Soldier? So last time was called Power Broker. We had Bucky and Sam breaking Zemo out of prison because they're like, we need some leads on this crap, man, and he knows everything. So they Ocean's 11 style him out of that prison, and then they go to Madripoor, where Sam has to wear this fly suit and like eat a snake's heart while he's drinking, and then Bucky has to kind of pretend to be the Winter Soldier again. That might end up, coming into play later in the series because people were recording that. But also, it seemed very easy for Bucky to just kind of slip back into that. But then we ran into Sharon Carter, and we hung out with her for a bit, and she possibly will be getting a pardon unless she's doing some shenanigans. So there's some theories online that she either is the power broker, which was my theory last time, or she's working for the power broker. I guess we'll find out eventually which one it is, but she seems to not fully be on the up and up. From what I've seen, we had a really dope scene of Zemo dancing in the club. And then we had a nice fight scene at the end where they were just kind of like beating people up in a shipping container, and Sharon went all John Wick, and it was dope. Yeah. What happened? How did it end? What happened? What at the end of the episode? Oh, and then the episode ended with Bucky getting a visit from Ao, who was one of the Dora Milaje royal guards, so that's pretty fun. She's obviously upset and wants Zemo because he killed their king, which at the end of the last episode I was like, why would they want him? I don't get it. But no, he murdered their king. That's why. But before we jump into this, please consider leaving a like on the video. Please consider subscribing. That helps my channel out a ton. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, head down to my Patreon. It is linked in the description. That should be up on Patreon by the time you see this, but if it's not, be a little patient. That would mean a lot to me as well. Yeah. If you can't tell, I'm a little sick. I delayed watching this episode a little bit because I was legit dying. So, we're fine. Let's jump into it. Let's go. Ooh, this is Wakanda. What's up? Hey. Could tell as soon as the music started playing. Is this when they're purging the words from him?
It's
not gonna work.
Seems to be working. He looks so young in these flashbacks. Oh, you poor boy. Is this a success? Were they hoping that he wouldn't change? I'm guessing this is a success. They didn't want him to. He beat the program. Yes. He's crying. Oh, you poor child. Dude. Screw Tony for trying to beat you up. God. This is when you, if you know people who finally not beat addiction, but are somewhat in the clear. That's such a freeing moment.
8 hours, White Wolf.
8 hours? It seems like a pretty short time limit. Ah! Yo, that scene though, when he's breaking free of that programming, that was powerful as heck, man.
That led to Nazis, to Ultron, to the Avengers.
Hey, those are friends you're talking about.
The Avengers, not the Nazis.
So Karli is...
Yeah, I don't think you needed to clarify, Bucky.
Desire.
The serum never corrupted Steve.
Because Steve is an outlier.
But there has never been another Steve Rogers, has there?
True facts. True facts.
Well, maybe we should give them to the Wakandans right now.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
In my understanding.
Turkish delight.
Thanks, man.
Irresistible.
Isn't that what Edmund wanted in Chronicles of Narnia? Turkish delight? Right?
Was the father of two, and had only been on the job for 1 week.
Oh my god, come on. Karli. Straight killed a man. First week on the job, got 2 kids. Screw Karli and the Flag Smashers.
We're not refugees, for we have nothing to seek refuge from. We're internationally displaced persons, for what it's worth, and we don't trust outsiders.
Well, what's your name? Maybe I can make a call.
I know who you are, but I can't trust you. I'm sorry.
At least he knows who he is. Not that stupid banker.
One for my master, one for the day.
Yo, if I was a kid and some dude came up and just started singing, I'd be like, we need to get the F out of here. We're about to die.
Turkish delight.
This man's about to kidnap you guys. Like, from their perspective, they're about to get kidnapped. He's smart.
It wasn't just one community coming together, it was the entire world coming together. And then boom, just like that, it goes right back to the way it used to be.
To them, at least Karli's doing something. She's not motivated by the same...
I mean, she still just murdered some people.
Prefer to keep my leverage.
Smart.
You want to see what someone can do with leverage?
Take it easy. Don't engage him.
He's just gonna extort you and do that stupid head tilt thing.
Straightens his head up. Ah!
Our broker went apeshit when he heard about Nagel. He wants the serum back.
You killed the golden goose. Bad report's about to get real nasty.
I still think she's the power broker. Ooh, the extra.
Do you think I'm making a mistake? Thinking more or less.
I didn't think there could be another Captain America until I met you. Now, back then, there was just good and
Yeah, but
bad.
she just murdered a group of people.
People are lost. They need a leader who looks like them. Someone who understands that today's heroes don't have the luxury of keeping their hands clean.
See, that's the difference between them and Steve. Is even when Steve didn't have the luxury of keeping his hands clean, he did everything in his power to still make sure that he did.
Oh, this better be an unbelievable explanation.
Take it easy before it gets weird.
Yeah, before they
know where
beat
Karli
the
is.
shit out of you, dude. They'll destroy you.
All we know is I used to counsel soldiers dealing with trauma, okay? This is right in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, I know. And I know those soldiers, which is why... If you can talk her down, might be worth it.
All right. Lamar. That's his name, right? Battlestar. Way to be the voice of reason.
I'm sure it will all...
This is for your family. Can you show us the way?
She's just looking out for her own family. He's like, the heck, man? People help him, but when I scream in their face, they don't help me? What is this garbage, dude? Ugh. I'm freaking Captain America. No, you're not. I heard this Mama Danya plot was supposed to be like a bigger thing, but they changed it due to rewrites.
For we are, after all, simply one world and one people. So live accordingly.
Yeah, but you killed some of those people. Like, it's a little hypocritical to be like, we're all one people, one world, and then just like murder the people that disagree with you. You know?
So you want me to stop because people are getting hurt, right?
That would be at least one reason. Bruh. You gonna try and get past Bucky? He gonna beat you to death. He's gonna try and go in there early.
Going in.
This is all really easy for you, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a super soldier. He'll kill you.
Serum running through your veins. Do you really want his blood on your hands?
Okay, don't say it like that.
It's Gaia, though.
You're killing innocent people.
They're not innocent. They're roadblocks in my journey and I'd kill them again if I had to.
Wow.
No. I didn't mean it like that. You tricked me into sounding like...
Like what?
Like a supremacist?
The people...
I'm not your enemy. I agree with your fight.
Doesn't agree with
I just
your
can't do it
methods.
the way you're fighting it.
Karli Morgenthau, you're under arrest.
So this is what that was?
No, Karli,
Tricking
wait.
me until your backup arrived.
No, I think we had enough time to talk.
You were not
why don't you
civil.
come-
If I was Sam, I'd be a little upset at them. I'd be like, are you kidding me, guys? Like, freaking A. Now, I guess we're gonna maybe learn here whether John Walker actually has... Oh! He did... Zemo? I was gonna say we're gonna learn whether or not he actually has the super... He has the super soldier serum in him. Sorry, I keep talking over myself. Zemo, you about to actually clap her? Haha, heck yeah, Zemo, let's go. See, he's breaking all of it. Oh! That was a shield to the neck. Ah! Zemo's gotta be like dead. One left, he's gonna take it. Look at that dead-eyed stare. This guy's a psychopath. Is he gonna kill Zemo?
And another way that we can deal with Sam without getting involved in a direct fight.
Oh, they're gonna go after his sister.
Do that.
We separate them.
Oh.
And then we kill Captain America.
I thought she was gonna mention the sister because Sam mentioned it.
If you had been, hypothetically that is, would you have taken it?
I would.
No.
I'd take it.
Super soldiers cannot be allowed to exist.
Isn't that how gods talk? And if that's how you feel, what about Bucky? Blood isn't always the solution.
He just
All right,
kicks
that's
the
it.
door
Let's
down.
Go. I'm now ordering you to turn him over.
So you're wrong. Man, let's be clear. Shield or no shield, the only thing you're running in here is your mouth.
Now, I had Karli and you overstepped. She's actually
Dude, he... Oh, snap. Saw, girl?
Hi, John Walker. Captain America.
You're not Captain America.
Well, let's, the Dora Milaje don't have jurisdiction here.
They got jurisdiction wherever they want.
Jurisdiction wherever the Dora Milaje find themselves to be.
I think we got off on the wrong foot.
Don't touch her. Oh my god, just destroys this man.
We should do something.
Nah, let it play out.
Looking strong, John.
Just taunting him.
Kyle. Let's talk about this.
He's just gonna leave. He's like, alright, you guys do you. Ooh. Oh, she knows his points for his arm. He's like, "What the heck, man? That was rude." Yeah, you little punk bitch. Oh, she did the move. She's like, "This ain't yours." He's kind of like mind blown right now. He's like, "I didn't know this thing could come off."
No.
He just got his.
They weren't even super.
He just got his shit caved in by regular people. And he's like, "Frick, dude, now I'm actually gonna have to take this serum." He just got thoroughly embarrassed. You ain't nothing. You a punk little boy trying to fill your uncle's shoes.
I can't believe you already have 3 medals of honor. You consistently make the right decisions in the heat of battle.
Yeah, but he's all about himself.
We both know that the things that we had to do in Afghanistan to be awarded those medals felt a long way from being right. Being cap's the first time I've had the chance.
Pack an overnight bag and take the boys.
What happened?
Karli called Sarah. She threatened my nephews. She said, "Come along."
I'm coming with you.
You're not hiding behind a shield. If I were to kill you, it'd be meaningless.
She wants to kill John Walker.
I was gonna ask you to.
Donde está Lamar? What happened to you? Bye-bye. That was unnecessary. You could have just probably opened the door. I doubt it was locked. He's just constantly doing these unnecessary things. Dang, he's like working this guy. Maybe he did take it.
Oh shit.
Oh, he took it. He took the serum. Kick you real hard. You're not gonna win against the Winter Soldier. He'll just kick you through some buildings, bro.
Stay there.
He's like, "I don't have time for you."
What's with all the knives?
Oh, Bucky and his knives. Let's go, bud. Do the flippy catch thing. That's like your go-to move. Yes, yes. Oh, good thing you didn't kill that person.
You're welcome.
Don't stab Lamar. Oh, she just killed him. He's dead. Like dead. She just like broke his spine. She like caved his chest in and then he's straight dead. Oh no. He's gonna go ape. He's gonna destroy some people right now. This is bad news, Bears. This is real bad. He's gonna kill that guy. It's basically silent with just this like dreadful music coming. Oh, he's gonna kill this man in front of everyone.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
No way. Oh. Dude, you can't do that. You murderer. Jeez. Everyone is filming you. You thought you weren't good enough to be Captain America now? Or before? You just had... Look. You're a terrible person. Ah! Oh, that's how it ends. Yo, they're gonna have to take this man in. Holy cow, dude. Okay. Frickin' balls, dude. Oh my goodness. So that ended with quite the event. Oh man. I don't know how to describe this episode. I feel like this episode was very much kind of like along the subject lines of like who deserves to have this serum and who doesn't. Like, should you take the serum? Should you not? Should superhumans even exist? I at least that's the vibe I was getting right away. We start off hot in Wakanda with Bucky going through his like cleansing trial almost, where like he's gone through the program, you know, he's right on the other side, and the last step is to sit there and have someone say the words to him again, and he's so scared that it's not gonna work, and it does work, and he's just at the fire just bawling because he's finally free. Like he can no longer be controlled. Like anything going forward is his choice. You know, he can finally be the type of man that he wants to be, which is a good man, hopefully. I believe that's all evidence has shown that he's going to be a good man. And he's just like, he finally made it. And, you know, but he's still lived all that time since then, with the almost the scared mentality of like someone following him, like, but the thing that's following him is the Winter Soldier. And like, even when he went to break or talk to Zemo in prison, and he's like, oh, that doesn't work, he still looked really scared. And Zemo even said there's something still in there. Like, so it's entirely possible, like similar to someone who has an addiction. Just like how that moment when they're finally clean and they've completed the program and they're sober, like it can be so emotional and just like you're just bawling your eyes out. Like that doesn't just go away completely. Like it's still, to an extent, you still live with that every day. There's always the temptation to slip back in. And it's not quite the same, I guess, technically with Bucky and the Winter Soldier, because like one, it was like brainwashing, not just like a choice that he found himself making. But like some of the tendencies, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we found out, you know, what encompasses the Winter Soldier is like 99% brainwashing and like 1% Bucky. They're like, if this was a 7-season long show, we would explore storylines of like, you know, maybe it wasn't all brainwashing, you know, maybe he got into the stuff, but we're not going to deal with that. So Bucky's essentially kind of always living with the fear that something will happen, and he will, you know, he doesn't always feel completely free. He feels as though, you know, somewhere, sometime along the timeline, something's going to happen where he's going to have to slip back into the Winter Soldier, and then he won't be able to come back out. And that is like the most frightening thing for him. He talks with Dora Milaje. They give him 8 hours, which is not fun. They go visit this camp, this displaced person camp. So they make a point to say, we're not refugees. You know, they're not like fleeing their country or like fleeing war or something. Like they were in a place due to no one being there. It's kind of like almost squatters' rights or whatever, where, you know, but not squatters' rights. Like they were invited into these countries to help rebuild them. And then everyone came back and they're like, all right, well, you can leave now. We don't need you. And they're like, what are we supposed to do? and they were promised help and they didn't get any. They were promised teachers, they didn't get any. So Sam is seeing the issues that they're going through, and he's like, I agree with, what you want. He's like, I don't think it's right that you were kicked out of your homes and all this. Like, it's not a good thing. But the way you're going about it is not excellent. Yeah, we get some talk about how, Zemo definitely believes like superhumans cannot exist. Like, they shouldn't be allowed to exist because people are inherently flawed. We are inherently selfish. If you are a Christian, you and a Calvinist specifically, you adhere to the thought process of total depravity. That talks about how, like, ever since the fall of Adam and Eve, like, mankind as a whole is just inherently sinful, and like any good thing that we do comes from God or whatever. But like, this doesn't completely connect, but Zemo definitely believes that like people are not inherently good, and anyone who is given that power to be a super soldier is not going to use it. They may use it for good for a little bit, but eventually that will corrupt them and they will become bad. And Sam's like, well, Steve didn't. And he's like, well, Steve is an outlier. All right. Like, there's only been one Steve Rogers. And he's right to an extent, because it's like, but, Bucky definitely has to disagree with him, because Bucky's like, yo, I'm a super soldier. Like, I don't think I'm going to be corrupt. Like, I've broken free from that corruption. You tried to use it against me once. Even Sam's like, yo, are you going to kill him when it's all said and done? And I believe Zemo would. If he had the opportunity, he would definitely kill Bucky. But Bucky kind of like, he throws a thing against the wall and he's like, you want to find out what happens? Yeah, but Zemo thinks like, this corrupts absolutely. We get some shots of Sharon. There's multiple shots with Sharon throughout the episode where she's just kind of like chilling with seemingly a lot of access to resources. And the guards, so the guards that like escorted them into Madripoor last episode, she kind of just like walks past them without any like, hey, these are my credentials, or like, oh, my boss said I could be here. It's just like, she just walks past like she holds some position of power or sway over those guards. So I think that pretty much confirms my theory of she is at minimum works for the power broker, maximum is the power broker. And then she makes sure, maybe this is a little tactical thing from her, but she makes sure when she's on the phone with Sam to say, the power broker went crazy. He is upset. And I think she didn't necessarily put a huge emphasis on the word, but like, if I was like, for some reason I saw that scene and I was like, maybe she seems to maybe be tricking him a little bit, because he's going to be thinking like power broker's a dude. And then when it comes down to it, she's going to be like, haha, it's me. They track down the boys in Latvia during this funeral, and Sam wants to talk to her on his own, but freaking John Walker is just the most impatient butthole in the world. Like, he's so desperate to prove himself worthy of the mantle of Captain America. Like, he is an angry man, haunted by the things that he has done in war. He's kind of propped up as this war hero. But similar to a lot of veterans who have been given awards in war, like, there's a lot of veterans who have gotten Purple Hearts and Medals of Honors and all these awards where they come home and they just like, they hate things. Like, they hate themselves. They hate these awards because they feel as though, and granted, I'm not talking all veterans feel this way. There's some that feel this way. They do not feel that what they did over there is worthy of an award. And then they're celebrated for that, and people don't necessarily know all the details. So I think that might come into play a little bit with John Walker when he's talking to Lamar. He's like, you know, what we did to get these awards was not right. And he's let that kind of like infect his thought process, I think, where he's become bitter, and he so desperately wants to be seen as Captain America. Like he sees the shoes that he cannot fill, and I think he knows that he's not good enough to fill those shoes. So it just makes him bitter and angry, and he acts impulsively, like not just regular impulsively, but like he needs this to be like him getting the collar. Like he needs to be the one bringing her in or ending it, so that, you know, the world can see that Captain America did this and America beat the terrorists. And it's just like, you know, the world's gonna see Captain America do something at the end of the episode. It even talks to Bucky earlier, and he's like, this is really easy for you, isn't it? With all the super serum coursing through your blood. Like when Bucky just like casually steps in front of him and he's like, dude, no. And he's kind of taunting him a bit, like, because, you know, Bucky is constantly holding back. Like, and he tells Bucky, he's like, you know, if you don't let me go past, like, this blood is on your hands. And Bucky doesn't want more blood on his hands. Like, he has already dealt with killing enough people. He doesn't want the thought of his friend dying to be directly attributed to him as well. Because then it's not just blood on the Winter Soldier's hands, it's blood on Bucky's hands. And it brings it back to when he's breaking free from that addiction. Like, he doesn't want confirmation that he is that person. So he lets John Walker go through, but he just like charges in after Sam's having this nice talk, and he's just like, time to go to town, and he shoots her, and Zemo shoots her, sorry. Zemo's like, all right, time to end this, cap, 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 and he's about to finish her off, and then John Walker hits him in the neck with a shield, and is like, nope. And he takes the last remaining vial of super soldier serum, and he probably would have killed Zemo too if the boys hadn't walked in. But it's just like, we get some questioning of like, would Sam take the serum? And he's like, no, because he doesn't think that he needs it. Personally, myself, if they had offered me the super soldier serum, I would take it. You know, I'm not saying I deserve it or anything. Am I a good person? No. Do I try to be? Yeah. It probably wouldn't be a good idea for me to take that super soldier serum, but I would. I'd do it, and I'd learn how to fight and save people or whatever, but and then we get just this dope scene where the Dora Milaje come in because they want Zemo. They're like, all right, time's up. We've come to collect. And John Walker's trying to be like, hey, John Walker here. Like, let me just show you that I'm in charge. And like, even earlier, Sam's like, boy, the only thing you running in here is your mouth. Like, we will jack you up. Like, don't even try. And the Dora Milaje is like, we have jurisdiction wherever we want. Do you see us? You see these fly outfits we got on? We are bad bitches. Like, we will end your existence. Like, and, you know, part of the reason they're talking earlier, like, they are the king's chosen guard. They have like, not just the fact that their king was killed by Zemo, but like, they have a personal vendetta against Zemo because, you know, in a culture of like, that has a lot of warriors in it, right? It is like the utmost honor for the king to personally be like, I want you to be on my protection detail. Like, I personally choose you to protect me because I believe that you are the best. And they took great pride in that. And then the king dies on their watch. And that is gotta be like devastating. One, you failed your job on the world stage. Everyone in the world saw you fail at your job. And then two, like, someone that trusted you and needed you, you let them down. And, you know, it wasn't completely their fault, but they feel as though it was. So they want Zemo bad. And they're not going to let some punk little white boy, John Walker, get in the way. And then he tries to put his hand on her shoulder, and she's like, bah! Time to die. Like, and they just start jacking them up, just going to town, just beating the living shiz out of these guys. Like, Lamar's getting clapped by two of them. Like, Lamar surprisingly held his own. Like, he's taking on two of them on the side, and he's like, come on. It didn't work out for him at all in this episode. He had a bad day. But these Dora Milaje just beat the living shiz out of him. And then Bucky steps in and he's like, guys, can we just talk about this? And then Ao's like, bah, 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 bah. Arm falls off, and he's like, what the frick? He's like, I didn't know this could happen. Like, so it kind of shows, like, they, you know, Wakandans have this belief of, like, pretty much utmost ownership over vibranium, any issues that they feel involves them, like Zemo, like any slight that Wakanda is given, they feel like any Wakandan artifacts, they're like, this is ours, and we have complete ownership. Like, we may have given you this arm, but it's ours. And like, they show that when they have built-in things where they can just take it back whenever they want. And, you know, granted, Bucky wasn't trying to hurt her in this scene. I think if Bucky was trying to kill her or, you know, win in a fight, he could probably take on her and a few more of those Dora Milaje at once, just on his own. But he's just trying to, like, diffuse the situation. She's like, no more arm for you. That kind of just pisses him off, because it's just further evidence that he is not fully his own person. Like, all these outside factors can come in and just, like, reset him to whatever they want at any time. That's got to be so frustrating. And then Zemo escapes, and John Walker has a little existential crisis when he's sitting there. He's like, they weren't even super soldiers. And he's like, it's like, yeah, they're just awesome. And you suck. And that I think that moment is when he's like, frick, I have to take this. Like, I've made the decision. I am now a bad guy. No, he didn't make the decision to be a bad guy, but he definitely made the decision to take the serum. He even talks to Lamar. He's like, yo, should I do this? Like, you know, without outright saying, should I do this? He's like, it changes you, doesn't it? And Lamar is like, I think it just makes you more of who you are. And maybe John Walker believes himself to be a good dude, but he clearly is not a good dude. And at this point, he may have already taken it, and is looking for reassurance, but I don't know. Sam and Bucky meet with Karli, but John Walker's going to take out all her friends, and he's going ham on people, and he bends this pipe in half, and the guy's like, oh, shit. Like, yep, he took it. He's a bad man, and he's just, like, angry the whole time, and they get in a fight upstairs, and it's, like, a nice fight. You know, each person's getting their turn to do their cool thing, and then Karli punches Battlestar so hard that I think she probably shattered some ribs, and then he impacts the wall behind him, or the pillar, and probably broke his neck, caved in his skull probably. And, you know, they're not going to show all that because it's Disney Plus, but this man's dead. And then John Walker goes into a rage, finds Karli Morgenthau's friend, and absolutely murders this man. Like caves in this dude's chest with the shield. Like, there's blood 2 layers deep on this target shield. And it's just like, oh my God. Like, if he wanted the world to see him as Captain America before, they're seeing you now, bud. Like, the whole world knows who you are. Oh man, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, what's gonna happen next is are Sam and Bucky gonna have to take him in and be like, all right, well, you're under arrest now because you just publicly executed someone on foreign soil. Like, you didn't just, like, there's no way they can spin this as like, oh, he was just doing the job, or like he needed to defend himself. This was clearly a person on their back being like, wasn't me, and he's just like, time to die. And I think, I don't know if the US government's gonna be like, maybe we should just take that shield back for a second. You probably don't deserve this. And then, you know, this was episode 4. There's 2 episodes left. Sam and Bucky have to get the shield at some point, because in the trailer we see them using it. Like, they better not be the last 5 minutes of episode 6 when they're just tossing it around like, yay, we got it. Like, no. I need to see Sam in all his glory be Captain America. It's crazy because, like, John Walker in the comics, he plays a character called US Agent. John Walker is US Agent, who's kind of like an anti-hero. I think he starts out as a bad guy, but then becomes kind of a good guy / neutral character, he's pretty much known for just being a total asshole, which is kind of fitting into the show now. But it's just like, there's no way the US government can allow this man to still be Captain America. Like, and it's not like they can take the videos down, like the Streisand effect. If you want something taken down on the internet, there's 100% chance that it's gonna stay up forever. Oh man. And you know, his friend is dead. Like, what's gonna happen with him? I'm guessing Karli's gonna have some thinking to do, because one, she just had she just saw like, she killed all those people, right? And then she had this talk with Sam about how your methods are not good. And then talked to Sam, and Sam's like, I don't work for this man. I'm not with him. You know, Sam's sister is like, he does not work for that man. And then she just sees them fighting together, like hanging out the whole time. She's definitely gonna get the impression that they are working together, because every time she sees them, they're together. And then she killed his friend, but she's also definitely just gonna see him killing her friend, and then I feel like she's gonna go after Sam's siblings, his sister and his niece and nephew, and they're gonna have to stop that. Like, bad juju is going down, man. They gotta get Zemo back. Sharon Carter's doing stuff. What is Zemo gonna do? So he's got one less super soldier to take care of. So how many are left? We got Karli. So they took 7. Or it's 8. Karli and... They had 20 originally. And I think at some point in the episode they said Karli and 7 others. So 8 doses total. I don't know if everyone that took it lived. I know there was at least 2 guys that were like her personal friends, and a few more that fought with her on the semi trucks. But then this guy dies, so that's like maybe 7 total left. And then John Walker So take out John Walker, that's 19 doses. Take out Karli, 18. Her 2 friends, 16 doses. Or, well, okay, 8 plus 9 in John Walker. So 11 doses that were left that got destroyed. So there's anywhere between like 6 and 7 super soldiers left still that Zemo's probably going to kill them. I think Zemo, now that he escaped, is probably going to go visit the Sokovian Memorial. Because they showed that in the trailers, and they also showed Bucky with a gun to his face or whatever, but then he just lets all the bullets drop. I don't think he kills him. That'll be like an active choice of like, is Bucky a killer again, or is he not, and he's gonna not kill him. I hope Zemo doesn't die. I like Zemo. Frick, man, I don't know what's gonna happen. There's so much that could go down. Dang, man, this is crazy. The way this episode ended. God dang. Okay, I think that's all I gotta say. Let me know, what did you think of this episode down below? What were you thinking when this man's caving some dude's chest in? Oh, did it take you by surprise? It took me by surprise a little bit, like, not that he's the type of person that would do that, but that he would actually do it. Yeah, let me know. What do you think's gonna happen next? Comment down below if you're here at the end of this video. What's your favorite pizza? My favorite's Hawaiian pizza. Yeah, I don't know. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like on the video and subscribe if you want to see more of my reactions to Falcon Winter Soldier or any other show that I'm watching right now. I'm going to be starting, Shadow and Bone when it comes out in like 2 weeks. The Bad Batch on May 4th. All this stuff. Subscribe, ring the bell if you want to see more. Helps my channel out a lot when you guys do that. And then, yeah, if you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, or if you just want to support me in general outside of YouTube, head down to my Patreon. It is linked in the description. But other than that, I will catch you guys next time. Peace.